Good morning, nerds, and this is the second time I'm recording the entire video because apparently I just spoke for like 10 minutes, never once hit the record button. Anyway, how are you doing today? I'm not doing so hot. Anyway, aside from that, today we're talking about Riot games because Riot just did a thing that was so masterful. It was just like chef's kiss good. It was just amazing. Anyway, so we're going to get into it. So grab yourself some coffee, sit back, relax, and let's get into it. But hey, before we get started, I stream Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So hit that notification bell, hit the follow button, the subscribe button, all that good stuff. So if you want to come join us, chill out while we're just playing a video game Monday and Wednesday, go ahead and do so. And if you want to join the conversation on Friday when we talk about news like this, well, you got to do the same thing there too, and you can come join us then. I'll see you then. So first off, I can't believe I sit here and did this entire thing and didn't record any seconds of it. And I was trying to rename it, my thing, and it's like, sorry, but this is currently in use with OBS. And I'm like, what do you mean it's currently in use? It's done recording. I look over and the counter is counting, and I'm like, shoot, I didn't record a single second of that, did I? Anyway, so let's see, we go. We got Riot Games has bricked $6,000 DMA cheating devices with their Vanguard anti-cheat. The makers of Valorant and what is it, League of Legends are going hardcore against these people using external cheat devices, and I absolutely love it. It reminds me that one time when Call of Duty, I think it was Call of Duty, hit everybody, where if you were using an external cheat device or whatnot and it flagged you and found out that you were, that it turned everybody invisible, right? So to you, it looks like everybody else is hacking in the lobby except for you. And I thought that was hilarious because then everybody was self-reporting themselves, going, "Yeah, these people are hacking. They're all invisible for some reason and stuff." And it's also like, "Yeah, so what are you using exactly? Is it wall hacks? Auto aim? What is it? Because that's what happens when you use those cheats." But anyway, so Riot doing this is just hilarious because people are up in arms about it right now. You've got people defending the cheaters, which honestly, I think those who are defending the cheaters, quite frankly, are probably the cheaters themselves at this point. They're the kind of people who would be cheating in a multiplayer game because, it's one of those things, like, I get the competitive nature of things. I really do. But also at the same time, if you're cheating in a multiplayer game because it feels like you're just not that good of a player to begin with, which is why you're having to cheat and ruin everybody else's games, that you are so bad at the game that you have to use something like wall hacks. And it's just one of those things that I just don't understand why else you would use them outside of being that bad at the game. Anyway, so you got Grums here. Riot is bricking cheating hardware that cost up to $1,000 to buy, and I wish that was the case, but it's not. DMA cards are hardware devices that plug into your PC and touch memory directly, bypassing the CPU and Windows. Riot is detecting them and destroying them permanently, posting to X to brag about it, and I really wish that was the case. I really do, because we got people upset about this because you've got people saying that it's breaking their entire systems. And we know how I feel about with something like hacking a Switch and Nintendo being able to break your whole system and stuff on a single player game. Like, when it comes to wanting to do mods or something for like Zelda or another single player game of that, so like, I have my thoughts on hacking and cheating in single player games. That's fine. I got no problem. I have other thoughts when it comes to multiplayer games where what you're doing directly affects other people, right? So if you want to cheat on Sunhaven or something, that's fine. Yeah, I know it has multiplayer, but for the most part, your multiplayer thing isn't affecting anybody else's. They can come in and play with you. If they don't want to play with you, they don't have to play with you. It's whatever. But when we're talking about something like Call of Duty or Valorant or, Fortnite, something like that, your cheating directly affects other people there. So that's why it's a bit of an issue when it comes to doing that. And I am so glad that they are making this thing happen right now the way it is. Anyway, so you got Mr. Obvious here. The most insane part is I'm pretty sure this isn't even legal. Riot Games is literally going to be destroying computers with impunity. Even if a false positive or error, the Vanguard anti-cheat could also be exploited by hackers to break millions of PC. This isn't legal. And Mr. Obvious is a fucking idiot. Anyway. I'm just saying, like, if hackers wanted to use Valorant's anti-cheat to hack your system, they could have done that a long time ago. And considering the anti-cheat doesn't actually break your PC, they're not using it to do that. So not only are those things completely stupid, they're asinine, they're not gonna ever happen. But yeah, and when it comes to false positives, I get it. There'll always be false positives, but sometimes when things have gotten so big to the point that they are, in order to lay the smackdown on the people who need to have the smackdown laid down, there will be casualties. There will be friendly fire. It sucks. It really does. But it does have to happen in order to take care of these kinds of people, right? You can't have these 2%ers running around the way that they are, doing whatever they want to with impunity, just because you might accidentally grab somebody who's completely innocent at this point. I'm sorry, there's too many of them. They need to be dealt with. And if that means we're taking out somebody who wasn't hacking, who just happened to be in the vicinity or something, just the wrong place, the wrong time, well, I'm sorry about your luck. I really am. That's just how it's got to happen. Anyway, so Spears of Space over here. Oh, this one's great. This isn't the solution. It's like executing everyone suspected of committing a crime. No gaming company must have this much control over your machine's fate. And you're right. They don't have that much control over your machine's fate, but that DMA card that you have, they can have as much fucking control over that as they fucking want, as far as I am concerned. Burn them to the ground. If they were to catch fire, I would love it. It would be great, although that might actually hit the realm of illegality right there when they are suddenly responsible for the death of all these cheaters, but also at the same time, I mean, I'm not gonna cry over it, but yeah. Anyway, so you got IGN finally reporting on it. Riot Games says it will not and cannot use Vanguard anti-cheat to break systems. And Valorant, and then Riot, of course, came out and made their statement here. Well, that escalated quickly. There's been a wave of claims of cheaters about Vanguard breaking their PCs, so let's clear that up. Vanguard does not damage hardware or disables your devices. The photo was posted in the picture of cheat hardware devices that are sold explicitly for cheating in Valorant. Not normal PCs or PC components, though our latest update, Vanguard now makes those devices worthless for Val but does not in any way break PCs or PC components. So essentially it just takes those devices that were made specifically to hack in Val and prevents them from hacking Val, because the thing that they have to touch, the IOMMU, the thing that they've got to read and change and stuff, while using the direct memory access, the input-output memory management unit. There we go. It prevents them from essentially doing the thing that they're designed to do. Because as long as they're doing it, it won't allow Valorant to properly play. Okay? So you have to unplug it to get Valorant to play again. Now, the device itself can still be... It still works, but it doesn't work for Valorant because Valorant won't play while it's plugged in. It's genius. So you've got a paperweight, essentially. You've bought a very expensive paperweight that can't touch the game it's supposed to touch. Anyway, so yeah, it doesn't actually brick it, but it's still there. You just can't play Valorant with it. Anyway, so they had to come out with another clarifying message too, of course. It's like, why, or does does Vanguard physically damage hardware? No. Does this impact hardware or software in any way unrelated to Riot Games? No. Are normal players affected? No. Anybody who's not using a DMA cheat hardware are unaffected. Why target DMA cheats? I don't know, because they're cheating. I'm affected by this. How do you fix? Try not cheating. Why does Riot joke about breaking PCs? They didn't. They joked about making the device a paperweight. Oh, and everybody else was running around claiming that they bricked PCs because, you know, it was a quick and easy thing. So, yeah, that's going to be the title of this one. Anyway, so we all know that I absolutely hate the idea of buying a console or something, especially a PC, and then having another company say you can't use it the way you want to use it, like Nintendo. However, at the same time, I'm totally a-okay with them taking out hardware that is specifically designed to allow people who can't play the game cheat. So, you know, it is what it is at that point. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Hit the like button, hit the sub button, all that good stuff, and I will talk to you later. See ya.